it seems like Las Vegas has always been a center for fun. But thanks to its hardworking doctors, it has also become a city with significant healthcare options.
There's an awful lot of talent, awful lot of talent.
Congratulations to the Clark County Medical Society as it installs the group's 60th President Plastic Surgeon, Dr. Michael Edwards. 60 years of history in Las Vegas can really take you back, and 3 local doctors saw the medical community's incredible transformation. Doctors Gerald Higgins, Parvin Jacobs, and Harold Miller.
We visited in '51 and came to live in '53. Well, it was a place to go.
Doctors, UC San Francisco trained internist, decided that we would take a vacation with the 2 little kids and came to Las Vegas for a short vacation, but we never left.
I'm going to steal the patient. That much because they was busy enough of their own, but we all had a mixture of patients. Everybody was busy and as busy as they wanted to be, and with the next door doctor who was coming to help, out-of-town doctor and things like that, that wasn't going to steal the patient.
I came out here in May of '69. I think we may have had 7 orthopedic guys, probably. Medical community was, it wasn't quite as sophisticated as today. They smoked in the doctor's lounge and cigars and fought in the lounge. It was goofy. And at that time, there were 2 major hospitals, UMC and Sunrise, and I used both of them.
And there was a fight apparently, and his ear was cut off. And he walks into the emergency room with his ears in his hand. So here I was. It's a good thing that I'm very acquainted with needle and thread. I love to sew. So I had to sew up the whole ear in there. And I didn't know as an internist that was part of my duty, but we had to do it because we all had to take turn and take care of emergencies.
My first 6 months was out at Midland, Michigan, which was very similar to Henderson. They had a red sun and a smelly chemistry town on that. And it was a very loyal group of doctors that they went to because of them being company doctors, good pay and reliable people.
When we arrived to Las Vegas, everybody was very kind and they received us very warmly. Mostly Irwin Molaski, who was a builder, gave us the first glimpse of the brightness of the medical future in Las Vegas.
The first private hospital in Las Vegas, Sunrise, was built in 1958. But Sunrise, our county hospital, and St. Rose de Lima wouldn't be enough for long. An emergency call went out. Southern Nevada needed more physicians.
We started off, I joined my practice as the 3rd doctor, and now we have over 45 providers, we have 10 locations, and we've actually grown now from a OB/GYN single specialty practice to a multi-specialty, much larger organization. And I can't imagine anywhere around the country where that could happen in a 10-year time span.
Dr. David Steinberg remembers moving here as a small child. His father, Leon Steinberg, went on to create Steinberg Diagnostics.
My dad moved here in 1958 when I was 2. He did his residency in Chicago and had heard about a hospital opening, Sunrise Hospital, in 1958. And Mr. Adelson, who was the head of the hospital at that point, asked my dad if he would start the radiology department. So my dad, against my mom's best advice, decided to move to Las Vegas.
David followed in his father's footsteps and became a radiologist. He moved back to Las Vegas to practice.
My dad helped make my dreams come true by helping me build a outpatient interventional suite, our first one on Maryland Parkway. Now we have 2 of them. We have one on our Teneo office as well.
When we first moved here in 1996, Summerlin wasn't even open, Summerlin Medical Center. In fact, my wife, Kathy, was one of the original, I think one of the 2 original recovery room nurses that was hired there. So she got there from the ground up. Since then, of course, we've had Spring Valley and the other Valley Health systems. The St. Rose system has kind of exploded. And so there is a growing hospital presence to take care of the growing population.
There's definitely room for growth here. I think my practice has just been one example of that. All these hospitals that you see popping up around the Beltway in town here have seen that there's a need for hospitals besides the traditional corridor of medical care, which is your Sunrise, UMC, and Valley Hospital. We've seen most of the growth happening around the Beltway. And I think, and that's where a lot of the recruitment for doctors has come.
More emphasis is being put toward the Valley's healthcare options, including a designated medical district in downtown Las Vegas. More medical training options are opening, including Roseman University's College of Medicine, coming soon to Summerlin. Touro University has also helped significantly by training doctors in osteopathic medicine on its Henderson campus. Plus, the prospect of a public medical school in Southern Nevada is gaining significant attention. But will Southern Nevada get its own public medical school like Northern Nevada?
Medical school, I think, trying to recruit better trained and a wider variety of providers here as well. If we build a medical school, that will be part of the infrastructure, and I think that more and more will come.
And when you get doctors to recruit other doctors, because they say this is like this gem of a city where you can get involved, you can have a great nightlife, you can have a great family life. I think our city is comparable to any other major city in terms of the care we have.
Of course, doctors are trained to provide care, but it's worth noting that 3 CCMS presidents in a row chose to serve their country before practicing, a testament to their level of devotion. Dr. Alexander, Dr. Brill, and Dr. Edwards all served at Nellis Air Force Base. One even found a wife that way.
I did. I met Dr. Edwards very early on. He was the chief of surgery and then became the chief of staff for the hospital. So I'd known him for my whole 4 years there. And it really worked out nicely that I ended up meeting my wife, who worked for Dr. Edwards at the hospital.
And while the healthcare scene changes, the Clark County Medical Society will be here to make sure the Valley's providers and its patients are protected.
And really representing the medical community to the legislature as they meet every 2 years and try to be involved in terms of new laws that are being crafted, watching out for laws that we think would be harmful to physicians and or patient care, and be involved and advocate as much as we can. I've got big shoes to fill. I'm excited. I think that there's a lot going on in Las Vegas.